If the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra is the eye-catching star of the company's flagship line, then the Galaxy A53 5G is the tempting alternative in the company's mid-range and budget Galaxy A range. The Samsung Galaxy A33 5G is not Samsung's most affordable 5G phone, nor does it tout the A series' best cameras, or performance, or screen, or anything like that. Instead, it's a valiant all-rounder that sits somewhere in the middle of the company's Galaxy A lineup. The pitch goes something like this. This 5G toting handset with a good-looking screen and long-lasting battery will likely be sufficient for all those who love to stream TV and movies wherever they go, even without the extra bells and whistles that would drive the price towards A53 or S22 levels. The catch? Well, not only is this phone awfully similar to last year's A32 5G, the key differences are the screen resolution and chipset. It's also, arguably, not as great a bargain as the A53 5G, which has improvements in most departments, and doesn't cost that much more. The Samsung Galaxy A33 5G is a mid-size phone, and depending on the size of your hand, it could either be a comfortable fit or a little too big. The device has a plastic rear, with the camera bump sticking out a little from the material. Around the edges of the handset, you've got the power button and volume rocker, and there's a USB-C port, but number 3.5mm headphone jack. You can pick up the phone in black, white, peach or blue, and we found the two latter options pleasantly attractive. They stood out, but in a subtle way. The handset has an IP67 rating, so it's dustproof and water resistant, as well as a Corning Gorilla Glass 5 screen, so it should be durable too. That screen is 6.4 inches across, with a Full HD Plus resolution and 90Hz refresh rate. Those two specs are both improvements over the A32 5G. The screen is broken up by a teardrop notch, which cuts into the display real estate by only a tiny amount. It's an AMOLED panel, and that means colors are bright and vibrant, with great contrast. If you like using your smartphone to stream TV on the bus or watch movies on long journeys, you'll love this display. There are 4 rear cameras on the Samsung Galaxy A33 5G, but quantity is not the same as quality. The handset's photography power is fine for social media busy TikTokers or Instagrammers, but professional or amateur photographers might be underwhelmed. The main camera is a 48-megapixel one, and it's joined by a 8-megapixel ultra-wide, 5-megapixel macro and 2-megapixel depth sensing cohort. It's nice to see Samsung bucking the trend of throwing on 2-megapixel macro snappers to flesh out a specless 5-megapixel makes a marked improvement on close-up images. There's also optical image stabilization, OIS, here too, which compensates for your shaky hands when you're taking a photo or recording video. Lots of phones have this, but budget handsets often don't. Fans of Snapchat will be pleased to know that the Samsung Camera app now offers loads of AR filters to save you heading into the social media app of yesteryear. This feature will likely appeal to a very specific audience, but those users will love it. Onto battery, it's nice and big, at 5000 mAh. A power pack that big will almost definitely serve you for a whole day of use, even if you're gaming non-stop, and we'd expect it to last you into your second day too. Charging is 25 watt, which matches the Galaxy S22, but even at this price range, there are Chinese phone makers offering much faster powering. Samsung puts the estimate for a 50% charge at half an hour. We put that estimate as too slow. Perhaps our main concern with the Samsung Galaxy A33 5G after using it for a short testing time was that it felt a little bit slow to use. Swiping between home screen pages, opening apps and using the camera's software always felt just a tiny bit more choppy than on another phone. And we're not comparing this phone to super expensive Galaxy S models and the like. Even at this price, you can get lots more power from brands like Motorola and Redmi. We didn't do any gaming, but we expect our takeaway would be the same. But since the target audience for this phone doesn't seem to be hardcore mobile gamers, bumpiness might not be a major issue. The chipset is the Exynos 1280, a homebred Samsung component that's not exactly top-end. We haven't seen that in many rivals, so it's hard to compare it to chipsets in other phones. What we do know is that the A53 5G uses it too. The chip is paired with 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage. That's a good amount of space for a phone at this price. But if you need more, there's a microSD card slot that can get you up to 1 TB extra space. Like quite a few mid-range and premium mobiles, the A33 offers a RAM extension mode, which temporarily turns storage space into RAM, which can give you a boost for gaming or intensive tasks. This works well, getting you 3 gigs extra RAM, though if you fill up your storage space, say, after using the phone for several years, the feature won't work. Software-wise, we're looking at Android 12 with Samsung's OneUI 4 laid over the top. Both Google's latest Android build and Samsung's fork of it focus on customization improvements, including Material U, which gives you lots of scope to change the look and color of menus and apps. We can certainly see the appeal of the Samsung Galaxy A33 5G, and it'll likely please people who fall into its core demographic. That's people who use social media apps a lot, particularly to share their photos, and people who stream lots of videos on their phone. It's definitely a budget device though, and if you can stretch to it, we'd recommend the A53 5G over this handset. It's got a bigger display, better camera array, and doesn't cost too much more. Still, Samsung's Galaxy A series has always offered tempting devices with great-looking screens and low prices, and the A33 5G is a worthy new model to carry that flame. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Subscribe to my channel and leave a short comment. I will be grateful to you. See you soon.